So this video I'll be showing how some of these silver Omnis were made from the time travel show Voyagers. So this shows the original that I was going for, this type of look, so this shiny surface. And this shows the Molotov liquid chrome, so I go from one room to another just to kind of show the shine on it. So this was a painted version of it, which I'll be showing more at the end of the video as well. You can tell the shine on it. It's poured on, and a brush is used to smooth out any surfaces, but a very shiny surface. So this shows the Tinkercad model that was used and the engraving that I'll show later in the video as well. So it's printed out in Shapeways, but the original model's in Tinkercad. So the one on the left was created out of sheet metal for the body, and the one on the right was 3D printed completely. So the surface is very dull, so similar to the original one in kind of the middle of the season for Voyagers. The one in the left hand side, this one I used aluminum tape just to see what the surface would turn out like. You can see the edges of the tape. It's not the best. I just wanted to see kind of what the surface would look like. So it looks nice. It's just a very modeled surface. So this one, it's a glass fiber reinforced plastic that it's printed out on, and I take epoxy and put it over the entire surface and then sand it to get it smooth. Otherwise it's a very rough surface. You can't, if you paint it, it won't look good at all. So this is showing the aluminum tape on the body just to see what it looks like, and kind of a rough surface, but looks shiny. This is a spoon that is the exact size. You can see the ladle there on the right, but you'll never get a painted surface to look like that. So that was the idea, was to get something and do an all metal version as well as a painted version. So the one on the right being the metal version. So this was the engraving that was done. So I'm just kind of showing, I cut off the ladle and attached it to the top of the lid using a JB weld, and that's the material that glue was used, and then there's a dot for dot on the engraving. So this again shows the lighter engraving, and just shows what it looks like before the metal is added to the body. And this is the final engraving, so once it's darkened up with the engraver, and what it looks like. So this shows the engraving on the dials and what it turned out like. So it's showing that this was painted with Molotov liquid chrome pen, and then shoe polish was used to fill in the dials, and this will be coated with a clear epoxy as well. So the year dial didn't turn out the best, I think, because of the way I painted it. I filled in some of the numbers too much. So I was just going to use a traditional wet transfer decal for that. So this shows the metal on the body. So I 3D printed the body slightly smaller so that I could put a metal plate on top, and I cut the metal plate and bent it to the shape of the body. So when I lift up the lid, you can see underneath what it looks like. It's very rough, but just gives an idea of what this would look like all assembled. So this is with some more work done on it, and you can see the clamp in the bottom just holding the body. So showing the how it's bent over, and then all the gaps will be filled in with Molotov liquid chrome, and then it'll be clear coated with epoxy on some areas. This shows the sides on, so it just needs to be polished. It's got a lot of scratches still, and the top has to be plated as well, and then the ring around the outside will be Molotov liquid chrome, and then put the clear epoxy on it. And just gives a rough estimate what the finished product is going to look like. So definitely smoother than previous attempts for the body and the connector to the lid as well. So this is a previous attempt. This is using a duplicolor chrome paint, which didn't turn out well at all. And you'll see with the next part of the video the improvement with the Molotov liquid chrome paint. So again, that's duplicolor chrome, and then this is with the Molotov chrome paint. It gives a very nice finished look to it. This one's definitely shinier, but the surface isn't perfectly smooth, but you know, it's good enough, because you can use an airbrush, but that's more of an investment to get it airbrushed. And so these are the three bodies there, and two of the bodies on the left have been done with the Molotov, and then the one top right is the metal one. So that concludes the video, so just please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you. And keep an eye out for future videos as well. So I'll post another video once I've got more completed on the silver Omnis. Thanks.